Well, what was the headspace you were in to create something like that? So much nostalgia, and it's titled Deja Vu, so of course there's a theme.
Yeah, it's just it's about knowing, having a relationship that is unhealthy for you, and you keep finding yourself in the same position. You keep letting this person back into your life.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. Hey, what's up? This is Dave from Glass Animals, and you're listening to ICRT FM 100.
Listeners of ICRT, I'm Joey. This is the midday show, and amid the COVID-19 outbreak, we're reaching out to all of our favorite singer-songwriters, musical acts around the world. Today, we are excited to tell you that we have a band that is here, a band that I enjoy playing music from, and they are Glass Animals, and we have Dave Bayley here with us. What's up, Dave? How are you?
Yo, what's up?
One of the things that Glass Animals is known for is your live act, right? Aside from the music that you produce in-house, when you go on tour, you always tend to put a different spin on your music. Of course, you were a little bummed out that you didn't get people didn't have a chance to see that side of you, I'm sure.
It's definitely gutting. Yeah, I was so excited to play some new music. We tested out a few songs because we were on tour about a month and a half ago, and we tested out a few songs, and it was so fun. The new stuff is really fun to play live. So when it comes back, it's gonna be extra special.
Oh, we can't wait. And at least in the meantime, to tie us over, we have your quarantine covers. You're on episode 4 now, I believe.
I think, yeah, episode 4. I've got a 5th one that I'm gonna do soon, I think.
Can we hear a little bit of what that might be? Like, what's it?
No. Sneaky. You know what? It's going to be hard to fit them in because we've got this album coming up, and there's more like our own original music is coming out.
Yeah.
And there's videos and stuff like this. I don't want to clog it up. I don't want to put out too much stuff.
Gotcha.
So I might do 1, maybe 2 more.
Okay. And so far, you've had Nirvana, you had Lana Del Rey, Bill Withers, of course, an homage to him. He just recently passed, and Drake. So do these 4 different musicians speak to your influence, the kind of music you listen to on your playlist?
You know what? I listen to a lot of Lana Del Rey. I listen to a lot of Nirvana.
Okay, there you go.
I listen to a lot of Bill Withers. And I listen to Drake because it's always on the radio. It's everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was just fun. I was on the phone with my friend Issa, who is singing on the cover with me.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd just do a fun one because the first 3 were quite serious.
Yeah.
They were quite they're like artists. I really love the first 3, and I love Drake too. But that song is particularly a bit more fun. But it was good to do a fun.
I think for some who are looking in from the outside might be a little surprised, like, oh crap, Dave is doing some Drake cover. But to be honest, since December last year, your collaboration with Denzel Curry, we're like, oh, so Dave actually listens to a fair amount of hip hop music and rap.
Yeah, I love hip hop. I grew up with it. I grew up in Texas, in America.
Right.
And it's more famous for country music, I guess. And it was a small town, and there was a country music station, and there was a rap music station. Well, it was kind of more like an R&B hip hop station. Yeah. So I grew up listening to that. I wasn't as fond of the country music. There's some great country music out there, but really I listened to the hip hop and R&B stations. That was like Dr. Dre, it was Snoop Dogg, it was Missy Elliott, Master Rhymes. It was everything the Neptunes and Pharrell produced. Yeah,
because
I love
you're basically a 90s kid, right? You're what, 30, 31 now. So that's your kind of music.
So that's the music I loved. Yeah, everything that came out from 1999 to 2005, 2003. It's nostalgic for me.
But Denzel, I would say Denzel Curry belongs to a younger generation of rappers. I love his energy. I love what he brings to that track, especially Tokyo Drifting.
Yeah.
But he is he. You know how like there are phases of rappers. You have like all the ones you mentioned. You have the Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and then we had like the skater rappers. Like Pharrell and his crew, right? And now it's kind of like the anime rappers. Denzel Curry loves anime, and it's got to be worked into that whole like motif now. So it's funny that you decided to go with Tokyo Drifting, because I think it ties into that whole concept. Now, are you someone who also watches a little bit of anime, or do you also?
Yeah, I do, and we kind of bonded over that. Me and Denzel, because we grew up in America at sort of like similar time.
Yeah.
Both in the States, so we had a lot of the same like we grew up with the same movies, and he listened to the same shit on the radio.
Yeah.
As I did, and we bonded over that. We talked about movies, and he talks about Fast and the Furious, weirdly in Tokyo Drifting. I mean, that's where the title comes from. That's what we bonded over. He's an incredible dude. He's a good, flipping good rapper.
We love it. We love that, and the whole visual for it as the first offering for this new album, and it works. I really like it. And for you, okay, what are you doing aside from making music to kill some time? Do you watch anime? I hear you play some video games, so pretty much.
Play some video games. I basically only play Mario Kart.
Really?
But I play like all the different versions. I have it on N64, like a really old console. I have it on Switch now, which is great.
Nice.
I play Mario Kart. I all the shooting video games. I'm bad at them, firstly, and I just die over and over again. I'm just like meat. So I find it really demoralizing, so I don't play them. And I play, just the racing games. They're nice, they're peaceful, they're fun.
I'm envious that you can get your hands on a Switch now, because it's impossible to buy one nowadays with everyone staying at home playing video games. Yeah.
I was lucky. I'm so lucky.
You are one of the lucky ones. Okay, second song from the album so far is I don't know if I should say this in front of you, but like so far it's my favorite. It's Your Love, Deja Vu. I love something with a heavy beat, and I love that it has that flute thing. It's very 90s actually.
Yeah, that was kind of the reference. It was like that Timbaland sound.
Yes, exactly.
I'm obsessed with him as a producer.
Yeah.
I think he's amazing, and that was definitely one of the references. But I also wanted there to be like, I don't know, it's meant to be like a little bit nostalgic feeling.
Yeah.
And I put these like almost disco strings in the background.
Yeah.
You listen, it's subtle, and you wouldn't really think it sounds disco-y, I don't think, unless you were listening out for it. So it's a weird like mash of a lot of different sounds. I don't know. I like it. I've listened to it too much, so I kind of don't have any perspective anymore.
Well,
what happens? You get like close.
What was the headspace you were in to create something like that? So much nostalgia, and it's titled Deja Vu, so of course there's a theme.
Yeah, it's just it's about knowing, having a relationship that is unhealthy for you, and you keep finding yourself in the same position. You keep letting this person back into your life.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. And you're like, I'm here again. How am I here again? And then a few months later, you're there again. You're like, this is clearly toxic, but you're like addicted to the chaos. You like the mess. Because on some level, you kind of get off on it. Yeah, it's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it's about. And the drum sound came from, there's a TV show called, what's it called? Last Chance U. You heard of this?
No.
It's about American football, and the theme song is all these like marching drums.
Oh, so you basically were inspired by that.
Yeah, that's how the song started. It started with the drums, the marching drums.
Yeah.
And so the theme song is just like rolling drums, no music at all, just drums. And so I was trying to like make a beat that sounded kind of similar to that, and I got a marching drum and just hit it in loads of different places, sampled all these different sounds from it, and then put it onto some pads, and that's the beat you hear in the song.
And the third single so far, of course, is the title track also for the album. By the way, everyone listening to this, drops July 10th. Can't wait for it. It's called Dreamland, and we see the music video, which you shot at home with instructions basically written out for you. How does that work? Like, how does that work from your team giving you instructions on how to shoot that video?
It's really hard. It's really hard. You know what? I had the idea for the video and I was like, this is really going to be really easy. Yeah. I'm going to sit on a skateboard. I've got a skateboard back here. I was going to sit on the skateboard and I was going to push myself forward with my hands towards a GoPro.
That's not easy at all.
And you know what? I thought that would be easy, but then we got a director involved and he had this like bigger vision for it. And he's like, hear me out. I'm just going to send you instructions and some kit, some equipment.
Yeah.
And he sent so much equipment and so like this huge like 50-page booklet of instructions and all these lights.
50 pages. Oh my gosh.
It was huge, but you know what? It was great because he was like, I'm going to give this guy a monumental task and we'll just watch him struggle through the video. And I think it made for a much better video than just a kind of standard shot of me going towards a camera. And then we edited all the behind the scenes stuff into the actual video itself. So me putting up the lights and me messing it up and cursing at myself. Yeah, it made for a much better video. He's a great director.
It's a lot of fun to watch, actually. It's very up close and personal. And by the very end, of course, you show the script to the viewers, right? Where it says, at the very end, burn that photograph you had, because the idea is that people's memories, what was the line? People's memories are maybe the fuel they burn to stay alive. Is that what it is?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. It's from a Murakami book that weirdly, I don't think Colin, the guy who directed the video, knew that I liked that book.
Okay.
Maybe he found some like old interview where I spoke about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he put this quote in and I was like, well, there you go.
Oh, so he did a background search on you to make sure that this is something you want to have represented.
I think he must have done. Yeah, that was creepy. When he put that quote in, it was pretty creepy. But I like that idea. There's what's this? There's another film, art house film where like some filmmaker just finds all his baby photos and burns them one by one. And it came from that. That was the idea.
No, that's pretty cool. I like that. And I like how that one serves as the ending to the music video. So if you haven't seen it, guys, go check it out. Dreamland. Title track is out, so there are 13 more tracks. It's a 16-track album, right? So 13 more. You want to give us a teaser on what's going to be in the rest of the album?
There's all sorts of stuff. It's an album about growing up, and from my first memory.
Yeah,
I grew up in America as a little kid in Texas, and so it kind of goes from my first memory there until now, and all the weird, confusing things that happen through life. Sometimes it's really funny, sometimes sad, but like also, growing up is a crazy time, and you don't always know how you feel about things, and you don't really know who you are or what you are. I still have no bloody idea, and it's kind of embracing that. It's kind of like saying it's okay to be confused, not know who you are, not know how you feel about something weird that happened, and just goes through all the like key things, strange things that happened in my life. It's really personal.
All right, so your childhood memories and nostalgia seems to be the driving force behind this whole project. Is that why you're playing so much Mario Kart these days?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it takes me back. It makes me feel comfortable.
All right.
I know. It always made me feel comfortable, Mario Kart, because it reminds you, I don't know, sometimes you just need to lean back on those memories and things you did as a kid and eat some ice cream like you did when you were a kid to make you feel better. Sometimes you just want like a hug from your mum.
Yeah.
Just like you did when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like what you sang about in Your Love, Deja Vu, like even though you're bad at Mario Kart, sometimes you want to go back to that toxic yet very comfortable relationship with it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's exactly that.
All right, so can't wait for the album to come out July 10th, and thank you so much for joining us here on ICRT, Dave. It's been a pleasure. Glass Animals, go listen to their album, and please say a final goodbye to your fans here in Taiwan.
Oh, everybody, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.